This is a Kaminari X listener electric love. It was another regular day at UA, and you were hanging out with Mina after breakfast. The rest of the Baku squad were hanging out outside, Baku probably yelling at somebody for being, air quotes, a dumbass. But y'all didn't mind him calling y'all dumbasses. You all mostly just laughed and brushed it off. As you and Mina were talking, you two see Kaminari, Zero, and Kirishima being chased by Bakugo with mini explosions in Bakugo's hands through the window. You and Mina run outside to stop Bakugo, but then see Aizawa got to them first. You two head over to where the boys were, and as you and Mina head over, there you see all the boys are being lectured by Aizawa. All the boys' heads were down, looking at the floor. As you reach them, Aizawa is still lecturing them and sending them off. You and Mina were giggling a little bit. But then Aizawa looks at the both of you, and you two run off before the boys got a chance to leave. They were also staring at you two with a death stare. Before you two left, the boys caught up to you two inside of the dorms, in the common room, and you all start talking, and then you notice Kaminari hasn't been talking much, but what you did notice was he was staring at you for a while. As you turn to him, he looks away. You tilt your head a little, then turn away, not thinking too much of it. Hey, your name? Wanna go to the movies? Kirishima asks you as you turn to them. Sure, you say, smiling, and you all head to your own dorms to get ready to go to the movies. As you head towards your dorm to get ready to go to the movies, and you get a text from Uraraka saying, "Hey, can you come to my dorm really fast? I need some help with something." You answer with an okay, heading over. You start walking to Uraraka's dorm, which was on the same floor as your dorm. Luckily, you knock on her dorm. She opens her door with just peeking her head out, looking around, making sure nobody was around. "Hurry, come inside," she says, pulling on your wrist, pulling you inside. You don't know what was wrong. You didn't see anything wrong until you saw a puppy inside her dorm. "Oh, it's so cute, Uraraka," you say, crouching down to pet the fluffy little animal on her floor. "I don't know what to do with it. I found it all alone in the street, shivering with no food. I brought the little guy inside when there were no teachers in the dorm or checking up on us. It was pretty hard. I also had to hide the little guy from everybody but Koda and you," Uraraka says, looking down, rubbing her elbow with a sad expression on her face. "Listen," you say, coming up from the floor and putting your hand on her shoulder. "Just keep the puppy here and keep it with you until you find a home for it or find a shelter, okay? And maybe you should tell Midoriya about this. You can trust him and the girls, Uraraka. You don't have to worry. Nobody's gonna tell Aizawa, okay?" You say, your hand still on her shoulder and smiling. She looks up at you and smiles. You head out of her dorm with two thumbs up and with the facial expression letting her know she's got this, and she gives you a thumbs up and closes the door once you're fully out of her room. "Even though I wanted to stay with that adorable little puppy, I have to go get ready to go to the movies with Mina, Zero, Kiri, Bakugo, and Kaminari." You rush to your dorm and head inside your dorm and change as fast as you could because you got a text from Bakugo to hurry up. You change it to your favorite outfit to go out in. Then you do your hair and rush out of the door and head towards the elevator. You go to the common room. As you step out of the elevator, you see Kaminari, just Kaminari. As you head over to him, you wave and say, "Hey Kaminari, where is everybody else?" "Oh, well, Bakugo and Kiri and Zero are already heading to the cinema, and I was just waiting for you and Mina," Kaminari says. "They already left, you say?" "Yeah, but to head into line and get our tickets, not to watch the movie already," Kaminari says. As you two wait for Mina, you two start talking about what movies Zero, Kiri, and Bakugo are gonna pick. Then you two hear a ding, knowing it was the elevator. You two turn and see Mina coming out of the elevator on her phone, probably texting somebody, but again, you two didn't think too much about it. As Mina turns off her phone, she says, "Hey guys, y'all ready to go?" She stops in front of you two for a response. Yeah, we're ready to go, you say, smiling and also turning to Kaminari, then turning back to Mina. You three head out of the dorms to go to the movies, and halfway through the walk to the movies, Mina gets a text from Deku and Uraraka for just Mina to come. Honestly, from Mina's point of view, she told Deku and Uraraka to text her and make something up for her just to leave you and Kaminari alone because she knew you two liked each other. Just another typical thing Mina did, Deku and Uraraka said when she told them her plan to leave you two alone. Hey guys, Deku and Uraraka need my help, Mina says. Should we come too? Did something happen? Kaminari says, stepping 1 foot forward. Oh no, just me. You two can go ahead and go to the movies, Mina says, walking backwards to head back to the dorms. And then turns around and starts running towards the UA dorms. You and Kaminari look at each other and shrug it off. Hey, to be honest, I didn't really want to go to the movies, you say, rubbing the back of your neck, looking the other way. Yeah, me too. I honestly kind of wanted to go to the park or just walk on the beach, Kaminari says, looking at you. You smile and say, how about we go to the park for a little and then we can probably head to the beach so we can do both things, you say, smiling at Kaminari. Kaminari blushes and says, well, pointing the other way, want to go to the park? Then, sure, you say, smiling as you two head to the park. Old guys start catcalling you. They sounded drunk, so you didn't think too much of it and ignored them. Then one guy goes up to you and tries to touch you. But then Kaminari slaps the guy's hand before he could even touch you. Then he puts his hand around your waist, pulls you closer, and then you two start walking fast and far away from the creeps. Once you two reach the park, Kaminari lets go of your waist and says sorry for doing that. He was just worried that the guy was going to do something to you and he had to act fast, and that was the first thing that came into his head to protect you of some sort. Of course that was the first thing that came to that mind of yours, you say sarcastically, but Kaminari looked at you with the straight face. I'm kidding, you say, waving your hands and putting one behind your neck and looking away. But hey, thank you for helping me. If you weren't with me, they probably wouldn't stop bothering me, even if I was by myself, you say, looking up at him. You're welcome, he says, looking down at you. You two stare at each other, but then break out of it. Then walk over to the swings, and you sit on one of them, and Kaminari starts pushing you high, and then he would push you even higher. But then you two head out of the park and start walking to the beach. Then Kaminari gets a text from Zero saying, hey, we had to go ahead and watch the movie already. You three were taking a while, and we were getting kind of impatient. Hope that's okay with y'all. Kaminari answered with a, it's fine. Mina had to go do something, and me and your name actually wanted to go on a walk on the beach. Who was that, you ask Kaminari, as you two take off your shoes and socks to walk on the sand. Oh, it was Zero telling me that they had to watch the movie already, and I told him it was fine and that you and me actually wanted to go on a walk on the beach. Kaminari says, holding his shoes and walking with you on the beach. Oh, okay, you tell him. As the sun sets, you two just stare at the sun setting. Then Kaminari looks at you for a while. You turn your head to him and say, is something wrong, Kaminari? No, he says, turning back to the sky. You know, you can tell me anything, especially if something's wrong. Kaminari, I'm always here, you say, putting your hand on his shoulder. He turns to you and says, yeah, I actually do have something to tell you. Just promise me you won't walk off if you don't like what I'm about to tell you, okay, your name? He says, still looking at you. I'm pretty sure I won't walk away unless it's something stupid, you say sarcastically. Okay, well, I actually like you. It's okay if you don't feel the same, he says. You hug him as he finishes, saying that. He looks down and hugs you back. I like you too, Kaminari, you say, looking up at him. You can see he turns red and turns away, but then turns back at you, pulls you into a kiss. At first, you're surprised, but then continue. You two pull away, and then you bury your face into his chest. He lays his head on top of yours. Then you two turn to the sun still setting and the sky turning dark with the bright, sparkly stars.